an appeal to, and we understand that he has since used the outcome of what came out of Chicago to file part of what he has filed. What more can you tell us about that appeal?
Well, the appeal is clear. The content of our appeal is clear and unambiguous. The only new thing there is the fact that we filed a new motion to submit new evidence, particularly the deposition we got from the deposition and findings we got from the Chicago State University. You know, particularly as it relates to the case in the United States of America. I mean, the particular one, the case where the lawyers to Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu fought vigorously, you know, to truncate, where they even pleaded, grovelled, and said, look, if these documents are released to Mr. Atiku Abubakar, it was going to cost the president is what they called irreparable damage. What that meant, we don't know. But at least on citing the documents, we now understand why they said it was going to cost him irreparable damage, particularly with the kind of findings that we stumbled on during deposition and under oath. So it's going to be a game changer. A lot will happen. I know that the esteemed justices of the Supreme Court are men who are men of honor, and we expect them, you know, to look at the issues before them based on the laws of the land, particularly the most vital document in any nation, that is our Constitution. Where the Constitution is violated, we expect that issues of technicalities will be kept, you know, will be kept very far away, because whether we like it or not, we don't want our country and our citizens, you know, to be tagged with a negative tag. These days, if you hear someone coming from Colombia, for instance, they say, oh, that's a country where you have drug-related issues. You know, so we don't want a situation where we come out of Nigeria, or our citizens all over the world are being treated as pariahs and being looked at as certificate forgers. So the issue of certificate forgery, the issue of fake certificates, the issue of forgery in whatever form must be dealt with dispassionately. That is the only way we can restore confidence, you know, in their body policy. And the truth is this, you know, the middle class is eroded. There is no money in the pockets of Nigerians. The only thing left with my people, that is Nigerians, is integrity and their honor. Integrity is gone. Now we want to take away their honor with the issue of certificate forgery. And that's why, you know, we believe that the esteemed justices of the Supreme Court will take a look at some of these things very dispassionately.
Are you worried that the BBC report and those who are of the view that whatever the pursuit of Atiku Abubakar could be nullity, because the BBC report has stated that, in truth, Bola Tinubu attended Chicago State University?
You see, Seun, let me tell you something. When they call it the BBC report, I laugh at maybe their level of pedestrianism. The global disinformation team of the BBC, the young people, the 3 young people who wrote that report are not even in the employment of the BBC. The global disinformation team is like a fact-checking team. And when you are fact-checkers, obviously, most organizations outsource them. Let me take one of them, one of the authors of that report, for instance, Olaronke Alo. Olaronke Alo, as far back as 2019, was a producer and presenter on TVC, owned by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. She was running a program up till 2019. So you see, we can tell you, you don't need the services of a clairvoyant or a witch doctor to hazard a guess as to how the stories were put together. In that report, the first paragraph of that report, you know, first or second paragraph will tell you that they got a copy, certified true copy of that deposition from Frank Shaibu. In the first place, no journalist will tell you his source of information. But we don't mind, because it's not a secret document. It was a public document. They asked for it. One of their reporters asked me for the document. I sent it to her. Then in the report, towards the end of the report, the same report now claimed that when they tried to reach the Atiku media team, we did not respond. This we have taken up with the top management, and we have written a petition to the BBC, because they have allowed their platform to be used for a hatchet job like this. It is preposterous. It is unacceptable.
You think that
it is reckless.
the highest office in the BBC is not aware about the commissioning of such a story?
No, we do with profound respect. They were in shock too because I told them, I said, look at the reports. It is jaundiced. Jaundiced because if you claim in the reports that I gave you the documents and you are aware that I speak for former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, you did, if you could acknowledge the fact that I gave you the report, and at no time, either by email or telephone, when you needed the report, a copy of the deposition, you had access to my email, you had access to my phones, and when I gave you the document, and you now needed to get back to us to give our side of the story, you claimed in the report that you didn't have access to us, and when we queried that, did you call me? Did you send me an email? Did you send to Mazi Paul Ibe, who is the head of the Atiku Media Office? The answer was no. And they mentioned one obscure name that we have never heard before in the Atiku Media Office. So what it means is that if I took you first off to Olaronke Alo, who was a former presenter, producer with TVC. TVC is owned by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So if my people will tell you that, look, if a bicycle passed through this road and you are seeing a corpse by this roadside, who killed the person? It's possible. You don't need a witch doctor to tell you that it is a hatchet job.
So you, because of the history, of the work history of one of the team members of the BBC, you are saying that that report cannot be tenable as far as you are concerned.
No, Sheon, I'll give you other reasons. I just gave you just
because the submission, inferences on their submission shows to that based on the document that available to them, that Mr. Bola Tinubu had actually finished from Chicago State University.
We did not. Let me even educate Nigerians. Atiku Abubakar did not go to Chicago University to ask whether Bola Ahmed Tinubu attended or finished from Chicago State University. That is the mistake most people make. And it's unfortunate. What's our business if he attended Chicago State University? What's Atiku's business if he graduated from there? That's not our business. We have people who pay school fees, who get admission and go to university and they go there to sell ewa going and agege bread. That's his business. If he graduated or he did not graduate, it's not our business. What we went there for was one single thing. He submitted a certificate to the Independent National Electoral Commission for the 2023 election. And when our lawyers, one of our lawyers, based on subpoena, wrote to the university, said, look, we need a copy of this man's certificate. They obliged him a copy. And the copy of that certificate was completely different from what Mr. Tinubu submitted to INEC. We became curious. If this certificate you gave to me, you gave to our lawyer, was dated, in that certificate they gave to our lawyer on subpoena. Mr. Nauro, it was on that certificate, it was clearly written there that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola A. Tinubu, not even Ahmed, graduated from the university on the 27th of June, 1979. Meanwhile, the one Mr. Tinubu submitted to INEC said he graduated from the university on the 22nd of June, 1979. How can one man have two dates of graduation? So we are aware that, hold on, Chion. We are aware that, okay, he has multiple dates of birth. Some of his documents show that he was born in 1950, some 52, some 54, and some 55. We became curious. I would say, okay, look, Chicago State University, please come clean. We want to have access to this man's records. He got admission into the university according to his records, and he graduated from this university. We don't have a problem. We want you to come under oath to tell us if you issued this certificate to him, the one he submitted to INEC. That was what took us to Chicago. And they came under oath. They did not issue the certificate under oath. The copies of the deposition are public documents. Let me even tell you something. The BBC reports, if they claim they were fact checkers, what they would have done simply to prove to us that they were really fact checkers, the date of graduation and the date Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu collected that certificate should have been one result that they would have given to Nigerians that would have stunned us. Don't forget too that Mr. Bola A. Tinubu told the world in Chatham House in United Kingdom, where the BBC is domiciled, that thank God I have gotten a replacement certificate from my university. He told the world, it's on tape. You use that tape on this station. And the university said, look, we don't have any record asking this man, asking the university to give him a replacement certificate. Don't forget too that this same matter came up in 1998-99 in court. If in 1998-99, in his records that he submitted to INEC, the man said he went to Government College Ibadan. He even went to University of Chicago where he got a BSc Economics. He now later had what you call BSc Business and Administration from Chicago State University. 2 different degrees from 2 universities in Chicago. He loves Chicago so much. Not a problem. Today, he has removed and expunged University of Chicago from his records. He has expunged Government College Ibadan because there was an outcry at that time that, look, you were not our student. Students who graduated that year came out in their torrents and said, no, you were not our student. When these records were released from Chicago State University, we discovered that in the form he filled, the Bola A. Tinubu filled, I don't know if it's President Bola Tinubu, but in that form, the person said, which he said is his records, the person said that he attended Government College Lagos this time, not Government College Ibadan, and that he graduated from the school in 1970. And the school was established in 1974. Right. So now, do I need a witch doctor?
Frank, let's. Yes. Yeah, you've made a lot of effort.
Yes.
Trying to puncture.
So when you say can you steal what belongs to you? He has nothing.
Because the question, and finally, is on the moral ground.
Yes.
That why, and many Nigerians have seen them ask that why are we having candidates who questions about their identity are coming up, including your principal, who has pointed accusing finger against the president, that they're now saying, you too.
No.
Why such
2 things.
A record integrity problem?
They are on 2 different pedestals. 2 different pedestals. This one happened, in fact, has been there. It has refused to go away. It's been there from the 70s till date. The one of Bola Tinubu. We have been in search of his original results. So we are on 2 different pedestals. Atiku has no scandal as far as his documentation.
We've raised the question.
He has an affidavit. You don't have an affidavit. You don't have a result.
We've raised the question. It's for the Nigerian people to judge.